KOP CAST. The Dutch Reds KOP CAST. This is the second in the series, and we're calling this one the Squad Lowdown. Obviously, with that title, we're talking about all the key players that play for Liverpool. And we're better to start than number one, good old Simon Mignolet. Obviously came to us last summer from Sunderland to provide a sort of, let's say, competitive edge for Pepe Reina. Now, somewhat strange really, because then, he became the first choice of Rodgers. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was some sort of discussion behind the scenes. Who knows? But it was strange because with him being brought in as competition for Reina, and then, all of a sudden, Reina was farmed out to Napoli. Now he's obviously sold to Bayern. So now that leaves good old Mignolet with no one really to challenge him for the number one jersey, which I think is a big mistake. Let's be honest with you. Last season he played 38 games and he let in 50 goals. It's a lot of blinking goals. You might be able to say, oh, we had the back four, this, that, and the other. But you know what? Let me know. Tell me what you think about that. But, as far as I'm concerned, he's not the finished article. I just hope that he can improve. He's got a chance of a lifetime now to prove himself. But as far as I'm concerned, Rodgers definitely needs to make a signing before the end of the season. And I mean, not just a second-rate goalie to challenge him sort of now and again, maybe if he's not feeling well. I'm talking about a top keeper. Maybe that'll inspire him to up his game a bit and focus him in a bit more on what he's got to do. Because I tell you what, he was like a $10 hooker the last season. I don't know how many times he let goals through his legs, and that near post, it's like somebody had it on a sliding rule. Now, I was just saying, not being too negative about good old Simon Mignolet. I mean, he's a decent keeper, and let's be honest with you. Sometimes it's just bad luck. It's not the easiest of jobs as it being a keeper. I do have a lot of empathy for the position. Let's be honest. But you've really got to try and do better, because there is keepers out there that can do a really good job. I mean, there's like that Vaughan. Half decent enough keeper, to be honest with you. And I think a lot better than Mignolet at this moment in time. But again, he's got that chance to up his game and prove to the Reds and to obviously his teammates first and foremost that he can command the area. Really sort things out. You need somebody that's got a strong presence, I think, especially with the back four of Liverpool. Obviously, since Carragher's gone, there's been a big, let's say, a lack of order into defence at the best of times, really. So yeah, and of course, let's not forgetting Brad Jones, I should say, 32 now. Always ever going to be his backup, unfortunately. But he's been suspended though a couple of times. What with injury, I mean. But again, I think the chances are there for the keeper to come in and make Liverpool's number one jersey his own. And that's what needs to happen. And of course, that's not forgetting, 18-year-old Danny Ward. He joined Liverpool from Wrexham way back in 2012. He graduated from the Reds Academy. But again, limited to under 21 Premier League performances. So let's just see how that comes about. But again, lacking in a keeper. I hope it happens this season.